学，学说中国话，学说中国话呀，朋友遍天下。
Part 1. Chinese Culture. The customs and traditions of Chinese people vary by geography and ethnicity. Representing 56 ethnic minority groups, more than 1.3 billion people live in China. China is a large country with more than 5,000 years history. In the long course of Chinese history, different cultures gradually came into being, becoming important components of Chinese life. Chinese is an old language used by the Han majority and many other ethnic groups in China in the past 5,000 years. About 1.2 billion people, which is 16% of the population in the world, use Chinese as their first language. Chinese people place great emphasis on family. Marriage, family, and children are very important in the Chinese culture. Chinese people's leisure life mainly revolves around the family. People tend to work close to their hometown and go home regularly to reunite with the family. With more than 5,000 years history, Chinese food is an important part of Chinese culture. Chinese cuisine has many different styles originating from diverse regions of China. There are 8 most famous culinary traditions. Chinese people like to use chopsticks to pick food from a shared dish and eat directly. Food and beverage are an important part of Chinese social life. China has been a country where many religions exist. Although the majority of the people are non-religious, Confucianism is widely considered as a domestic religion and the soul of Chinese culture. Also, many other religions exist in China, including Buddhism, Islam, and Christianity. Traditional Chinese festivals are important components of Chinese culture. Most traditional festivals were formed during the Han Dynasty. The most important traditional Chinese festivals include Spring Festival, Lantern Festival, Qingming Festival, Dragon Boat Festival, and Mid-Autumn Festival. Part 2. Economic Analysis of China. According to the World Economic Forum report, we can summarize China's economy with 6 facts. 1. China was the world's largest economy in 1820 and was the second largest economy in 2014. According to IMF, it is the largest economy in 2015. 2. China lifted more people out of poverty than any other country. China experienced an average GDP growth of close to 10% per year until 2014, raising per capita GDP almost 49-fold from 155 current US dollars in 1978 to 7,590 US dollars in 2014, lifting 800 million people out of poverty. 3. China's developing middle-class consumers. This growth in services is reflected in a growth in wealth and disposable household income. Chinese consumers are spending more on lifestyle services and experiences while also moving from mass to premium segments. 4. China is the world's largest exporter and the second largest importer of merchandise goods, as well as the 5th largest exporter and 3rd largest importer of commercial services. 5. China is the second largest provider and the top receiver of foreign direct investment. Last year alone, foreign direct investment outflows from China jumped by 15% from the previous year and reached 116 billion US dollars. China also has the world's largest foreign exchange reserves of 3.21 trillion US dollars. Part 3. Market for baklava and competition in pastries. A. Market for baklava. As we decided to enter Chinese market with baklava, we made a research about eating habits in China. For Chinese people, dining is a social and enjoyable event. That's why we're encouraged to enter Chinese market. Normally, desserts are not preferable, especially the sweet ones. However, Chinese people have their own famous desserts, such as mooncake. They even celebrate a festival for it during mid-autumn. With rising incomes and easier access to foreign foods, Chinese preference for baked goods is beginning to be influenced by foreign ideas. The country consumed about 4 million tons of pastry each year, around 2.5 times more than what was eaten in the US, and more than any other nation. There is still a lot of room for growth in China's bakery market as the annual per capita consumption of baked goods is only 5 kilograms, much less than in other countries with traditional dietary habits similar to theirs. This is far less than in Korea, where the annual purchase of baked goods per capita is 8 kilograms. As of 2013, pastries and cakes represent the vast majority of baked products market, a trend which is expected to continue, especially well-stocked, well-decorated, and usually high-priced dessert shops popping up nearly daily in China's upper-tier cities. Euromonitor predicts that in China, the baked goods sector can expect to see an 8% constant value compound annual growth rate in the next 5 years to reach RMB 158.8 billion in 2017. Cakes and pastries are expected to be the key drivers of the growth, as Chinese tastes grow more accrued to delicious desserts as well as quality cakes for all kinds of celebrations. Competition in pastries. As a team, we analyzed that when we will enter China with Turkish baklava, we will mainly have 3 different competitors. First one is local Chinese bakeries which are producing Chinese desserts like mooncakes and egg tarts in addition to Western desserts. Secondly, foreign pastries which are producing foreign desserts like cakes, donuts, and pies. Finally, sweet snacks which are sold in supermarkets like biscuits, cookies, and wafers will be our competitors. The reason is that since Chinese people don't consume desserts as a different course, they consume all kinds of desserts as snacks. Part 4. Marketing plan for selling baklava in China. Product. In our menu, there will be several different types of baklava. We want to sell baklavas with different types of ingredients such as pistachio, walnut, chocolate, etc. In addition, we will produce baklavas with different shapes and sizes. We will adapt our product for Chinese market. Chinese people don't like too sweet products, therefore we will introduce low-sugar version baklavas. In addition, we will find a Chinese name to our brand. For example, we can use Yin Tian Qi, which means golden dessert.
咖啡这么浓是拿来解腻，因为土耳其的甜点甜到会让你误以为自己是只小蚂蚁。
是最甜的，那个用核桃跟冰做的，然后最后加糖水，
非常甜，非常甜，放的很好吃，好吃，
谢谢。
Very 好吃。
不得了。
无论是巧克力米布丁、糖渍甜饼，还是千层派，这些道地的土耳其甜点一样比一样更甜，就是希望大家慢慢品尝，再触。
Our product will be served and sold as portions or kilograms depending on our consumers' preferences. In our retail stores, we will sell baklavas in charming and classy environment. Our retail stores will look like artisan chocolate stores and pastries like Godiva, and it will reflect our Anatolian heritage. Baklavas will be served with tea, coffee, Turkish coffee, and ice cream. We also want to sell baklavas as gifts. In China, giving gifts on special days is an important tradition. For example, in the Mid-Autumn Festival, many Chinese are eating mooncakes and give it as gifts. We will design unique packaging for our baklavas which will attract customers to buy it as a gourmet gifts. Place. We will introduce our Turkish baklava in China's first-tier cities like Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Beijing. Our main target is China's middle class and a high-income class population. In these big cities, we will open stores and selling points in major shopping districts and shopping malls. We will have 3 types of selling locations. First ones are standalone stores with around 500 square meter sizes. These standalone stores will offer hot and cold beverages, important Turkish nuts and snacks, in addition to our baklava product range. Second type locations are small kiosks in major shopping malls which will sell baklavas as servings and gift boxes. Finally, we're also thinking to take advantage of China's developed e-commerce market with online baklava orders and gift boxes. Price. Pricing will be adjusted according to the Chinese middle class purchasing power and the positioning of our brand. According to our research, and suitable price for 1 kilogram of luxury and delicious classic baklava with a good packaging is $40, and one serving of baklava in our retail stores will be $8. These prices also will vary according to type and ingredients of the product. For example, chocolate baklava is considered to be very high quality and will be sold for $60 per kilogram and $14 per serving. Promotion. Baklava is a totally new thing for Chinese customers. Since many of the Chinese population don't know Turkish cuisine and culture very well, we will have to market our products as good as possible. Our aim is not just selling dessert to Chinese consumers, we want to sell an experience to Chinese people. We will promote our Turkish Ottoman heritage to associate our products with 100 years of Anatolian culture and cuisine. When we enter China, we want to start with a good launch PR. With this launch PR, we want to create word-of-mouth brand awareness. We will mainly use 3 channels as promotion. First one is Chinese social websites such as WeChat, Weibo, Youku, and Renren. Second one is TV with advertisements, product placement, and sponsorships to popular cooking shows in China. The last one is free tasting events in our kiosks and standalone stores, which will attract foodies to our sales locations and increase our word-of-mouth marketing.